Hey guys, Madayaw my peeps, and welcome. I'm gonna be deviating from the usual lessons today and giving you a special episode where I went Ukay shopping, and I'm gonna tell you why Ukay shopping is great. A, it's recycled goods. B, it's cheap. And C, you're helping small sellers. Because usually, ukay-ukay are done by small sellers. They're rarely done by very big sellers. Maybe there are, I just don't know. But, anyways, I go to the smaller local ones. Because, the bargains are there and it's actually in finding things that I enjoy that, the shopping part that I enjoy. It's not really in looking for stuff. And, well, I'm going to tell you my experiences and I'm going to show you some of the things I saw. And maybe later I'm going to show you some of the things that I bought. For those who don't know what ukay-ukay is, ukay-ukay is second-hand goods. Usually these second-hand goods come from abroad. The story that they say is they're supposed to be like Goodwill or things like that. Anyways, they're supposed to be donated to our country, but there were customs and taxes to be declared. So they just got stuck in the pier. Nobody wants to get them because nobody wants to pay the taxes. Unfortunately, even donated goods are taxed in this country. So the customs, you know what they did? They sold it per kilo to whoever wants to buy them because they're clogging the customs warehouse. So enterprising little stores there go and buy bales of it. They're really bales of clothing, and you buy them per kilo. So, yeah, some of these small sellers don't know actually what they're buying. So there is a risk that sometimes what they're buying is really ratty old clothes, and some have rumors that these are clothes of dead people. So when I and just keep that in mind, of course, when you want to buy something. Yeah, there might be a possibility it's from dead people. So wash it well. I use some of those color safe bleach, except for the whites. The whites I really use Clorox, Zonrox, and Domex, all those whatever, because they're white, and I want them to be bright white. Anyways, for the others, I use color safe bleach and lots of detergent, and I leave them there for hours, and after that, when it's dried, I iron it out, because when you iron things, it really brings out the best of the clothing. So I'm going to tell you my experiences here, and I'm also going to tell you some tips. So the reason why I go to the Ukay-ukay, the local Ukay-ukay, because it is recyclable, and I feel like you're reducing waste that way because, like it or not, these clothes will never go away. Even when they end up in our landfill, they will not go away, not for hundreds of years. Because, unfortunately, most clothing are no longer 100% cotton, so they don't degrade that fast. But even 100% cotton does not degrade overnight. They still take time. And clothing have elastane, polyester, and all that, which are plastic or petroleum products, and they will not corrode for hundreds of years. So it's me trying to reduce waste, and so I go to local ukay-ukays. I have done so since I was college. It started when one of my friends, my classmates, brought me to one which is just 2 train stations away from the school. So we bought some stuff to, look fashionable to, during our fashion show days. So, you go to the local ukay-ukay because sometimes these sellers, they don't know what they have. Sometimes they have branded stuff and they don't even know it. I bought what's this? A Galliano dress. I can't remember where I put it. It was a size 0. I knew I was not gonna fit into it, but I wanted to give it as a gift. I laundered it, I ironed it. It was very old, like one of those 80s style Galliano, but I held on to it because I was thinking, hey, it's a Galliano, and if I have a friend who's a size 0 and likes vintage stuff, I could give it to her. And I forgot where I put it. But anyways, I even bought my mother, yes, I bought her this DKNY dress. It cost 150 pesos, translate $3. Yeah, there was a bit of a stain, but I washed it off. I put it in a vat of soapy water overnight, and it looks great. It looks really great. So there were modifications done to this dress. So when you turn it inside out, the hem looked like it was lengthened. So yeah, but that's easy to fix. Anyways, there was also, like, outside of our small village back in our house in Parañaque, there's lots of ukay-ukay places there. There were cheap ones, like 10 peso cheap ones, and then there were expensive ones, like 150 and up. I go to that one because they actually have curated stuff. So they go through the bales of clothes and they only take what they think is sellable and great, put it in the store. There are smaller sellers who take the clothes who don't sell well, and they sell them really, really cheap, like 10 pesos cheap, because there will still be a market for that, because, you know, some people can't afford to splash out on their clothing, or they don't have very big clothing budgets, so these type of stores thrive because of that. So yeah, anyways, if you go to Baguio is known for ukay-ukays galore. So yeah, sometimes you can still find branded stuff there. It's the experience of walking around looking for a bargain that's actually so great. So anyways, I'm here living in sunny Davao, and I have gone to the local market, and there is a lot of ukay-ukay places there in the market. Here's a clip, and here's some pictures. So it's great there. I like it. I mean, it's great. You're gonna have to spend some time to really dig, and that's the point of ukay-ukay. Ukay means to dig, so ukay-ukay, keep digging. You know, so yeah, see this pile over here? Dig around it, and you'll find a bargain. So I'm going to share with you guys some tips for Ukay shopping. So tip number 1, be patient. You might not find something in your first store or even in your first hunt. Some of these ukay places cluster with each other. That's great, because that way you can go from one store to another. But you're gonna have to be really patient. If you're not feeling the thing, don't buy it, because there's gonna be more opportunities, and these small sellers, they actually move their products around. So yeah, you might not find it today, you might find it the next time you go there, or something, you know. Tip number 2, check all sides inside out. Let's say you find a shirt. It's great. It fits you. It's cool. The print's still there. If there's beadwork, it's still there. If there are button works, they're still there. Next, you look for things that are unpleasant, like turn it inside out. Look at the armpits if they're well worn. Look into the collar. Sometimes they're a little ratty, sometimes they're just stained. If they're just stained, there's a possibility that it can wash out. But anyways, I don't mind the collar being destroyed because I have some sewing skills and I can repair collars or take out the collar entirely and just put bias tape or edging on it, and it's great. So you'll have like a scoop neck or a crew neck. So, but one thing I don't like is a ratty armpit. If it's like really gone, if the armpit's really gone. See, my dog agrees with me. If the armpits are gone, nope. Tip number 3, I suggest you guys see the potential in some clothes. I did get this great dress in one of the Ukay shoppings that I did, but the collar was not there anymore. So I saw the potential, the material was still there, the hemline was great, everything was great except for the collar part. Well, I bought it and I fixed it. I put my own collar, I put strings on it, I turned it into a halter top, and it was great. Another was a dress that there was nothing wrong with it except the top part was really poorly constructed. So I turned it into a skirt and it looks so great. So see the potential, because sometimes they just need a good washing and a good ironing. So since I'm a fashion student, since I have been a fashion student and I am a fashion designer, I know how to look at materials. So I know if it's just in need of a good ironing or if this material is not very good. So when I see that this material has potential, the cotton, the stretch is good, it's not stretched out. Some stains you could see that they will wash out, or even if, hey, it's big, but I can repair it to make it fit me, or hey, this dress just needs a belt and it's great, or I can change the length of this dress to fit me. So things like that, you have to see the potential of the dress. And yeah, sometimes I go Ukay shopping just for the material because let's face it, it's so cheap. You find a skirt or a dress that's big enough that's costing around 20 pesos or 35 pesos. Just because you need the material, you'll buy the material and cut it up because, I could use it for something else. A skirt you can turn into a dress, or you can turn it into a blouse, halter top, or whatever. Even denim, you can buy denim pants for 50 pesos and cut it up, turn it into 5 pieces of bags. And I have done that in the past. Tip number 4, don't go crazy. I swear it, some ukay will just be 10 pesos and there are some ukay who's just 5 pesos. When I walk around the boulevard, pre-COVID of course, there are clothes that are just 5 pesos and they're great. I even found some purses, black purses that were 20 pesos, and yeah, my cousin saw them and took some of them. Some of them I gave away as gifts. They were great, absolutely great, just in need of a cleaning. I put a little olive oil on a cotton and I cleaned that leather up. There you go. Guess what? Took my sister there. She saw a 1980s Liz Claiborne purse. There's nothing wrong with it. The leather was intact. The clasp and everything was still untarnished. It was great. She loved it. Also, she loved it because it was so cheap. It was like $1 for that bag. And I told her, you could have gotten it for 20 pesos. Anyways, don't go crazy, because you will have a potential to go crazy. I spent like 300 pesos worth of ukay stuff. Only because some of the clothes there were like 35 each, 10, 20, things like that. And then when I got home, of course, I regretted some of them. So yeah, but I still wore them, and well, after a while, I have a tendency to cut up my clothes when I don't need them. If they're cotton, I use them for rags. If they're still good and the material's still great, I cut them up and turn them into other little projects because I have a lot of little mini projects. And of course, for things that I really can't use anymore, I turn them into eco bags. Tip number 5, it is imperative that you bring a friend. I'm telling you this, you need to bring a friend. You know why? Because you will tend to go crazy. Also, when it's very crowded, it's great when you have a spotter with you, so nobody's like stealing your purse from your bag, because these places are a breeding ground for them. So it's great to have a friend with you. Also, when you don't have a place to try out clothes, because there usually won't be a fitting room, it's helpful when you have a friend to hold your purse while you put on top the blouse or the dress or something. So it's useful to bring a friend. I hope this friend is not as crazy as you, and I hope this friend is your voice of reason. Bring that type of friend. So, go explore, support a local shop, and find something interesting, because you'll never know what's underneath that pile. I mean, I've seen tablecloths made of lace for 10 pesos. I bought a shawl which is fully knitted for 35. I bought mantle pieces that I could cut up into curtains for 20 pesos. Things like that. So support local shop and find something interesting. Dig into that pile. And of course, let's get connected. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on my channel. Please subscribe because I really appreciate it, because I really, really, really want to attain the number of subscribers so I can start monetizing my channel. With that, I bid you all a Madayaw, and I don't mind if you suggest some contents, because, as a teacher, writer, designer, and artist, things tend to get crazy in life, and I would like to know what my subscribers are thinking of. So with that, bye guys, and see you all next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This video was created using the following programs. I used canva.com and then recorded it using Screenbit, then edited everything using OpenShot video editor. So I hope to see you guys soon, and thank you for watching. Bye now!